Yep, we're playing around with it a little bit. Uh-oh. Shit. Well, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? It still ain't gonna work. By God, I'm gonna make this work one way or another. Ha ha! Boy, people want to be pissed when they realize I went live a few minutes early. How well can everybody hear me? Hello? Can everybody hear me now? Yes, fun parts are going. Anybody watching this realize I went live early. I just want to set it up right. What's up, World Wide Web? Eat Daddy, you're angry guy. Back after a kind of a little bit of a hiatus. All right. So, it's been a little while since I went live with everybody. Angle. Not one bit. However, so if anybody's out there watching in YouTube land, I apologize that I showed up live to watch this. Watch me bitch and gripe about something, and I'm just sitting here playing with the damn camera. God, Angry Toy Guy show. We're going live tonight. I know I said here a while back I was gonna start recording, but you know what? I've been working too damn much. Finally found me a helper that can keep up with me. Connection is unstable. That's gonna really irritate the hell out of me tonight. I keep seeing that message pop up across the screen. Been one of those. Been a while. Been quite a while since I've done this, so maybe too long a while. Anyways, so yes, we're going to cover Orko, that little twerp. Glow in the dark battle armor for my Scare Glow. I did get it all, by the way. So if you watch this later, oh Ruddy buddy, whenever you get a chance to watch this, yours as well is going in the mail this week. Finally. I hadn't seen it. I'm talking about Mr. Roy Stiffy. Found him on a lot of actually put up back here, and then did this one of Evil Lynn and Tila battling it out. Still some awesome artwork, without a doubt, from Mr. Stiffy. Always do appreciate any custom stuff I get from him. How the hell do I have unstable internet connection whenever I'm hardlined in? I don't understand that crap. So yeah, and I did order one. I know it's super talk about it. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, earlier, Masters of the Universe movie. Can find out later. A little falseness to that report. Let's see if I can find the post again. I'm still not a big fan of the kid that they got playing Prince Adam or He-Man. It's false. They had not shut it down. So it looks like we're still going to get the reboot. Whether it be in 2021 or 3021, I guess we'll get one. I still am taking bets that the majority of us will be dead by the time this movie. See. We know now that the Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull is out. Apparently, it's getting some great reviews. At some point, I will get a hold of one. And we'll take a look at that. I have a feeling I'm missing something here. Oh! So, hang on. Let's take a look here on what I can find here, because, like I said, it's been a while. All right. All right, so we got San Diego Comic-Con coming up. Let's see what Super 7 is going to offer us. That's Masters related. Not seeing anything here. Let's see where the new reaction figures are apparently available now. The one that's got She-Ra, Hordak, Grizzlor. I guess we're getting 2 versions of Modulok, Mantenna, and Shadow Weaver. Honestly, trying to see if I see anything that really kind of. Not seeing it. All right, so. All right, let's see. So Mattel's going to give us at Comic-Con figures from the new She-Ra series. And from what I'm seeing, these borderline look like Barbie dolls. I am not. I mean, I know, okay, the cartoon. I finally had a chance to sit down and watch both seasons fully all the way. Take to it. You can tell Mattel's trying to do these dolls or figures up, and I don't know, it's like a cross between maybe they look like Barbie dolls, maybe they look like those damn Bratz figures. Yeah. Seen the 2-pack of the He-Man and Prince Adam 2-pack that they're going to be doing at Comic-Con. Guess we'll see how those turn out and see who gets them. I haven't bothered to look at eBay to see if that kind of crap's come up on there. There's people saying, "Oh, pre-order it now. Spend $400 frickin' dollars on something that." Honestly, I'm trying to get hold of a friend of mine, see if they can get there to Comic-Con, since I know they'll be going to San Diego, and see if they can hook me up. Attempting at it. Hell, that may be all I've got to complain about for other shit. Seeing there's some new Transformers coming out. We all kind of like those. Hell, I guess I'm gonna have to wait till after Comic-Con's over. But all right, that's all I can say on those. I'm upset some of my friends ain't yelled at me and said, "Hey, come on, guys." Really? No one that I know? Boo. All right, so. All right, I complained about that enough. Let me do this. Time to switch up. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about that little trawling pain in the ass that while he did some good, he did a lot of screwed up shit too. So, and you see in the background coverage of tonight, we're going to talk about little Orko who actually didn't get brought out in the original Vintage line until after the Filmation series hit. During Eternia's Season of Storms, apparently got transported from Trala to Eternia, where he immediately saved Adam and Cringer. Got adopted by the royal family. And basically, because of the fact that his magic didn't work the same on Eternia as it did on Trala, he basically became the court jester. Supposedly an important member, masters. Other than Cringer, Man-at-Arms, and Sorceress, he's the only other one who knew that Prince Adam and He-Man were one and the same. Had a close relationship with Man-at-Arms, who was pretty stern with him. You know, kind of like a father would be to one of his sons. And now, according to him, on trial, he was known as Orko the Great. But, you know, it's where it went downhill from there once he got to Eternia. I had an uncle that come visit him, and a girlfriend too. And apparently, the only time they ever showed their faces to one another. And it's funny because the rest of us got to see what it looked like. We got certain books. And I think it was this one. Yeah. Who's ready? Everybody seen it? All right, here we go. We know what a little. We're used to that. God, he is a scary looking little fucker. But anyways, he did enjoy spending time with Adam and Cringer. No, Cringer frequently teased him. But you know what, in all honesty, I always thought he was a little annoying in the cartoon, in the original Filmation cartoon. I really did. The 83 mini comics, whenever figures finally released, similar to his Filmation counterpart, you know, court magician with the royal palace. His loyalty and friendship to Prince Adam and He-Man kind of made up for his physical prowess. He's always willing to be brave in order to help his friends, even though sometimes he's unintentionally comical. Wielding magic powers, though the extent of these powers were unknown. I mean, did use his magic to waken He-Man after he's knocked unconscious by Cobra Khan's sleep mist. And he did his kind words of encouragement allowed He-Man to regain his memory after He-Man had amnesia. Floated all the time, no matter where you seen him. The 83 Ladybird books. They stated that pretty much Orko had traveled to many different worlds before he decided to make Eternia his home. Maybe he'd screwed up enough to where no one else really wanted him around. I don't know. The UK World Annuals. In the first two annuals, he was referred to as Gorpo and wore blue robes instead of his typical red. Yeah, I don't know. The 84 German audio plays. Much like other canons, his magic didn't work well on Eternia, but did prove quite powerful in the hyperspace dimension. In addition, on Trala, apparently he would occasionally return to Trala in order to replenish his magic at the wells of magic power. Always referred to himself as the most powerful or the greatest sorcerer in the universe. Even though the rest of the masters kind of thought it was kind of funny he'd say something like that. Apparently, he gave some hints to his physical appearance in the audio plays, including the fact that he actually had no legs. Well, yeah, the dude floats everywhere. And actually, we'll talk about that here a little bit later on, because with the way that the 2002 or 2000X figure looks, just saying. The German Interpart Condor Comics. Orko called himself the most ingenious magician of all time. Tricks backfired often. He did succeed in saving Castle Grayskull from permanent destruction. You know, he's no warrior. He did not shy away from helping his friends once again, whenever he could. And he could teleport himself and the Masters away from danger at any given time. How does that help? Supposed to be trying to kick the bad guy's ass, not help him run away. The Filmation Pop series, continue building on from the original Filmation series. Developed an infatuation with She-Ra, something his girlfriend Drael did not much appreciate. And while he's on Etheria, he fought alongside the rebels and traded spells with Madame Raz. If I remember correctly, that was its own just with Madame Raz, so two of them together, holy shit. That's scarier yet. Christmas special. Says, in contrast to Orko's typical childlike in the Filmation portrayals, the anime Christmas special depicted an Orko who was calm, collected, and mature when faced with soothing a pair of lost and frightened Earth children. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that one. Of course, it ain't holidays either, so. Oh, who could? I can't help but think you need this. Might have to find that. I love when people tag me and stuff. And I'm like, hey, you might need this. Thank you, Showtime, Big Show, whatever. The 86 Marvel Star Comics. The wisecracking Orko was often seen at He-Man's side and displayed an unfortunate amount of arrogance. One story, he was angry at Prince Adam for having the power sword For a brief moment, he contemplated taking the sword for himself. At one point, having seen Drael apparently killed by Hordak, Orko stumbled upon the hate stones and was consumed by their power. Wearing the stones around his neck, he went after Hordak, but when presented with the opportunity to destroy Hordak, the Tron came to his sense and removed the hate stones. Alright, so apparently he could turn into an asshole, according to the Marvel Star Comics. The 86 UK comic mags presented a rather different story and characterization for Orko. Sorcerer summoned the wise Orko to Eternia, wanting him to be a friend and teacher to a young Prince Adam. When he was contacted by Sorceress, Orko arrived at the grounds of the royal palace from his homeworld of Trala. Much to Adam's surprise, it was suggested that Orko, a wise and proficient magician, was around 500 years old, but he appeared to be giddy like a child. Let's see. But he was a lot wiser and usually led on and helped He-Man save the day on many occasions. Let's see. His magic spells would often go wrong. Go surprise, surprise. Kept many magical contacts throughout other dimensions and often traveled away from Eternia to visit them. And apparently the Grand Council of Universal Magic confronted Orko regarding the use of his magic, and he proved himself worthy to wield it. Way to go, Grand Council. The 86 Brazilian comics, he was called Gorpo, and a complete deviation from his portrayal in the filmation. They revealed that Gorpo hailed from the Eternian moon Polter. I'll say this gave him a whole different thing right there. Gorpo's family ruled the kingdom of Stein on Polter, which made Gorpo the royal prince of that land. He kept this information secret from his friends on Eternia until his cousin Duke Cole traveled to Eternia from Polter and revealed that Gorpo was the Prince of Stein. And apparently he was a sole member of his people to have light blue skin. He's also the only one who covered his face and floated instead of walking. Apparently the rest of his people were small, green-skinned beings with pointed ears. And apparently everybody there in Polter apparently wore the circle O whatever on him or on themselves at all times. So basically he was the only one different. And rest of them basically look like Yoda. The 87 German comics, pretty much the same thing. His magic didn't work well in Eternia. But everyone seemed to like to have him around. And the unexpected results of his magic often help save the day. And much like the motion, a little chaotic and clumsy. So we get to the 2000X series. He had a strange new design, appeared to be taller, and appeared to have knees. The way his figure looks. Didn't have the O on his chest, instead he wore a medallion. He was present whenever Adam first changed into He-Man, much like all other canons, cartoon canons. Pretty much wasn't too much of a deviation, really, from like stuff that you've seen with Filmation with him. The MVC Creations comics. See, pretty much the same here. So he found a mysterious blue shard in the darkness of the evergreen forest. Shard amplified his magical powers. When he first arrived in Eternia, he lost his wand, but did eventually find it towards the end. Let's see. Now, like I said, there ain't much difference between what they did with him in 2000X and Filmation, except for whenever it comes to his figure. All right, so we get to the which blended details from other cans along with adding new ones. So Orko was among the Trollan magical elite when the overlords of Trollan selected him to serve as the guide to the latest wielder of the Sword of P. Though greatly skilled in Trollan, his mystical powers on Eternia turned his magic into harmless tricks. Entertainer for the royal court, getting himself close to young Prince Adam. He possessed helpful knowledge of the universe, the 5 dimensions, and the overlords who created the sword, and the unnamed one. Though he played a part of fool, he also made unintentional blunders on his time in Eternia, including releasing Evil Seed. He did cast a spell separation during the second Ultimate Battleground, destroying the Snake Men, and had instrumental roles in both the War Against the Unnamed One and the third Ultimate Battleground. Now, here's something I always suspected, and when no one touched upon it until the 2012 DC Comics. When Orko faced off against Skull of Power in the 2012 comics, and became infected with the spirit of Horde Prime, making him a mad and powerful, power-hungry demon without compassion and empathy. Using Skeletor's pawn, the Dark Orko sent him to Earth to steal the planet's magic. He was also responsible for why the Masters lost, why originally in the first part of the DC Comics, first little 6-issue miniseries, the Masters had lost their memories as far as who they were. Like I said, yeah, the Dark Orko sent Skeletor to Earth to steal the planet's magic. Of course, his plan was foiled by the combined forces of the Justice League and the Masters. And then John Constantine sent Dark Orko to an undisclosed location. Now, as you go further on into those comics, he was seen in a vision by Teela, who was then at that point the Sorceress. Apparently, he was part of the Rebel faction trying to deal with a tyrannical King He-Man. So, I mean, basically saying that, eventually he might get freed of the where he went and the spirit of Horde Prime. So basically, let's face it, Orko had this bad habit of being cause of a lot of issues through the years. Go figure. So, there's somewhat of a backstory to Orko. He was clumsy, he was arrogant. He knew what he's doing. He didn't know what he's doing. Sometimes shit works. Sometimes shit didn't. Let him get over the wrong shit and watch what happens. Turns into a little badass. Now, I don't have my vintage Orko anywhere to be found. We all know, it had a little thing on the bottom. His hat would come off. Had the little the little discs with him. Nothing you can really use to make him look like he was floating around. So you get to the 2012, and you got all kinds of different little variations, including like the little miniature ones shown here. And if you can get a real good close, almost looks like he's got a knee, he's bending right there. Does in fact look like he's got legs, he can float, can somewhat do something. The McDonald's toy. If you want to look at it, I mean, with those, you almost look like feet, but let's face it, not too impressed with the McDonald's toys. But the 2000X figure, I know this ain't the right wand for it, but it's one that goes, well, that goes with the damn classics figure. Oops. It does seriously look like he's got knees and like he's supposed to be walking. Now, it looked like there was something that's supposed to make him look like he'd be floating, kind of like what they gave him with the classics figure. But yeah, I mean, seriously, he does look a little bit more different than he did. You could borderline make this look like what if somebody wanted to go through and customize it just right, what the Dark Orko would look like. See, I got one viewer or somebody was watching. What's up? We'll get to the classics figure. You get more of your little normal Orko. He came with the wand. They gave him something to make him look like he would float, which was pretty nice. Still a short little dude. Now, whenever you got him, you also did get the Prince Adam. But it's nice. I mean, you go through and you can make his actually head turn and stuff. Get his arms move around. So, that was pretty cool. But that was, I think, really the only reason a lot of us probably would have wanted to have gotten Orko as a figure just because of the fact it came with Prince Adam. Of course, some might say, well, that'd be like getting Queen Marlena just so we can get Cringer. Hell, that was a double bonus right there. But honestly, if we had a choice between just a regular Orko figure with no Prince Adam in it or the Prince Adam included, which one would we get? Which one would we honestly want to get? Probably the pack had Prince Adam, because this wasn't going to sell all on its own, because in all honesty, it's not much bigger than the vintage one. We could still use that. I mean, I know he's part of the original lineup in the Filmation series. I also know that Super 7 is going to release a Filmation half, which version, which it ain't gonna be 5.5. I think they said it's gonna be like 3 inches tall of Orko. It does look like a cooler looking figure without a doubt than what we got already. Ain't gonna come with the little discs though, but yeah, we'll see what comes out. So let's see, what all we go over tonight? We talked about Orko. We talked about Super 7 getting Snake Mountain fully funded. And it's really funny because we ain't heard much from them here lately about other figures that they're possibly putting out. And it's made me wonder if, because of Mattel going through and doing the whole thing with that's what it was. Mattel giving the new line, the Masters Origins line. That's where that Prince Adam and He-Man 2-pack supposed to originate, the Origins line. So does that mean Super 7's lost their rights to do like classic style or something? Because we ain't seen anything classic style or anything Filmation style put up for a while. Just the Snake Mountain was the last thing we've heard anything about, or more reaction figures. Oh, I almost forgot one. The old Funko Pop Orko. Look, they were nice enough to give him a little stand to make him look like he's floating. But only thing kills me with this one is those bug eyes, and I keep trying to aim up towards the old camera. But I mean, still pretty nice that they actually did one of Orko. Gotta give them some credit there. All right, so like I said, we talked about Orko, we talked about Snake Mountain, we talked about the movie, we talked about upcoming figures from Mattel. Oh, something else that came across my plate in the last few weeks, and actually came across my plate last few days. PowerCon in September. Apparently, this has people in an uproar because they've got on their thing, on their poster for this year's PowerCon, it being the 30-year anniversary since New Adventures come out. So, of course, they put a New Adventure style He-Man on there, along with the Netflix She-Ra. Seen some people was kind of an uproar about this. I've stated it before. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the New Adventures. I've tried watching it. I keep trying to watch it. In between Skeletor's freaking eyes changing, I just can't. He goes, oh Lord, he goes all these years in the future to another planet. Looks completely different. We got a whole different power sword. All new group of heroes and villains with the exception of Skeletor. Dude's got a ponytail. Prince Adam looks like he's a hippie from the 60s. I mean, I know some people like it. I'm still not a big fan of it, just the way it was drawn. Some of the storylines are alright, but it honestly just still this day it still doesn't say He-Man to me. It really don't. But we'll cover that at another time. So that's it for me. Anybody watches any of these groups tomorrow or Lucky Legends, supposed to be Toys for Tots. Cool prizes there for people. Go through and donate for the Toys for Tots program, which I'll say, it's a great thing to see. And I just realized my pellet gun is hanging on the wall behind me. Hopefully, I do not get banned or do not get hit by YouTube about this. Got a feeling one of my kids is a practical joke. But anyways, I'm E Daddy, your angry guy. It's Angry Guy Productions. I'm your angry toy guy for tonight, and be watching because I'm going to start doing some more and more stuff. Get back into the swing of it since work slowed down. I mean, it's still busy, but it's slowed down a little bit for me to where I can do other things, including do this. And hopefully in the hopefully this weekend, I will get the one of the other shows done for the Who Booked This Crap show. And I got some other stuff to work on, get it all edited and put together. So we'll go from there. Maybe some custom creations type stuff. But the next time we get together, let's talk about let's do one of the more popular figures in the line, especially if it's a classics figure, and I'm talking about Fisto. We'll get him out of the way. But anyways, all right, Eddie, you're angry guy. And until next time, everybody keep on collecting, because otherwise, that way the line never dies. Till next time. Peace. I'm out.